What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Out in Devotion podcast. I'm your co-host, Billy G.
What's going on, guys? I'm Jared.
And, we've taken a long, hard look at this podcast, and we've decided that we're going to go in a separate direction with it. So our themes lately have been kind of centered around one topic. We give our thoughts on it, and then the episode's over. But we kind of want to make this more of a casual podcast, more fun, flowy, just two dudes talking, going over some things and topics that naturally come up through current events or things in our lives. Obviously, people will relate to that, and have it just feel maybe more like two dudes hanging out.
Less like a job.
Yes, because it did feel like a job for a bit there.
Yeah. And that's not why
that's not why we're doing this. Exactly. Look, let's think about when we had the original concept of this podcast. Mm-hmm. Okay, the original concept of this podcast came from really horrible period of both of our lives that we happen to just be living together through. Okay. So it was an escape back then, right? It was something we did to kind of like just get the pain out and like just talk. And over time, we're not in that serious pain anymore. So I think we tried to force maybe a little bit too much of like the informational stuff. You know what I mean?
Again, it started to feel like a job, and I find myself like getting anxious about it. And that's the last thing that we wanted to come out of this.
I wanted, this should be just like me and you hanging out. We're going over some things. People are going to relate to that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we're two just normal guys.
Yeah. It's either they're going to like us or they're not.
Or they're not.
And that's
which plenty don't.
And that,
according to Instagram, plenty don't.
We picked some topics that have rubbed people the wrong way. Mm-hmm. But like after last week, is like we get done recording. Yeah. And it just didn't feel right. And I'm glad, and shout out to Mike. Speaking up, because he's the one who gets to like watch the podcast in real time, and he gets to like see all the kind of like the insecurities behind it and like, oh God, did that suck? And he's kind of the voice of reason sometimes. And we made a good point that we should just make it maybe a little more casual. So that's what we're doing. Yeah.
Fuck it.
So with that being said, where do we go from here?
How was your week, Jared?
Oh man!
So I know you had an appointment today for the babies.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened?
They did it was like the anatomy part of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they call it anatomy.
Very important part.
Yeah.
Got to make sure there's four.
All the toes.
Exactly. 4 arms, 4 legs.
Oh, I thought 4.
Because you had 2 kids.
Oh, duh. I thought you were about to say 4 fingers, 4 toes.
No.
I hope not. Yeah. It was like 3 hours. But it was,
Were you just like sitting around the whole time?
Just staring at the screen for, I was only there for probably like a little over an hour. And then once I saw that like the important stuff was good, I went back to the office because her mom was with her. So I was like, should be all right. Yeah. But it's cool to see like the baby A and baby B, that's what they're called if you haven't had twins. Mm-hmm. They do all the scan and then compare their weight and stuff like that. So one is like a little bit behind the other.
That's
which is
normal.
I know.
I feel like that's very normal.
Yeah, but once 12 ounces already, which I was like, that's I know that's tiny, but
yes, but for where they're at.
Yeah, considering we're just over 19 weeks now. But yeah, baby B is a day or 2 days behind baby A, which is normal. But that's one. I don't want to say it might come off the wrong way saying it's the worst part, but like. The appointments are constant, dude.
Yeah, brutal.
When it's twins and
high risk, period.
It's naturally high risk, and she's the age wise, she's not considered high risk, but she's like on the threshold
for sure. So I feel like geriatric, they call it,
which is so crazy.
That's nuts.
God forbid you be over 30
at 35.
Yeah, she's 34.
Wow. Yeah, she's right there.
Yeah. So on the cusp, but there's one thing where. I think it's baby B. It is baby B. That's why he's a little smaller. The umbilical cord is attached to the. It's not attached to the placenta. It's the placenta. It's attached to the membrane, which I guess is not normal, but also not like
a huge
deal. Yeah, exactly. Like you just have to monitor a little closely. So that's giving some anxiety, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm still not fully.
You're not gonna. Not until there's 2 children.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not gonna.
I've been waiting to kind of get hit a little harder, but I don't know. I'm accepting my fate.
Yeah.
Like, what can I do?
No, you're there, bro.
But like, even like because it's all she does, like she's adding things to the registry, and the registry list is like
double.
Exactly. Yeah. 2 of everything. Double. And I'm like, who's buying all this shit? You know, like that I don't know. It's a lot of stuff. And then I start to feel like, not guilty, but kind of in a way guilty when you put certain things on there. I'm like, no one's going to buy that.
Yeah.
You know?
I know what you mean.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
You got to try.
You do, yeah. You
never know.
Shoot your shot, baby. Yeah,
you never know. Yeah. But yeah, the anxiety hasn't kicked in fully, but I know I'll get there. I have to, the nursery is still a storage room. So that's one thing I gotta figure out. But we're trying to.
Yeah, but you'll get that done quick.
Yeah, I need a vacation, man. We're trying to figure out where to go.
Speaking of that, I'm going on one myself next week. A very, very needed vacation.
Where to?
So I'm taking a cruise. I'm going to go on the Royal Caribbean cruise line. We're going to go to Cozumel, Mexico. And then that Perfect Day at Coco Cay place. It's like an island that Royal Caribbean owns.
Oh, yeah.
It's like their own place.
It's actually really cool.
Man, it looks badass. It looks like a big theme park.
I don't know if that's the island that I went to specifically.
It's like a water park on it and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
It was really cool.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
And it's not like, obviously there's a good amount of people there, but it's nice that it's only
it's
the
just
people
them.
from exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we were supposed to do. We were supposed to do a cruise, and then I had to cancel because we found out that she had twins. And I'm like, I felt stupid. Like I knew she was pregnant.
Yeah,
but I didn't I don't know. I wasn't even thinking that way because when she was pregnant with Luca, it was such a breeze. I'm like, oh, she'll be fine, and then she starts getting smacked with nausea.
Every pregnancy is different.
Yeah, but this is like, twins.
For sure.
It's way different.
Yeah.
And first trimester sucked.
Yeah.
But now she's much better. So we're trying to figure out where to go. But it's like, we're still kind of stuck because we're like, oh, we want to do Europe. But it's like, you're not, you know what I mean? The flights are so long.
It sounds too much.
But good luck talking her into that, or out of that, I should say. You know, like
that's a lot.
She does not think in that way, you know? I don't know, just girl. I think that's a lot of girls in general. You know, like that's not something that they think about.
Yeah,
you know, like we're constantly thinking about what could happen in a third world country or in Europe, and you know what I mean.
For sure. Yeah,
like, that's where my brain goes at least.
Mine goes there all the time. I already have like life vests for Charlotte, and like, I'm gonna tell them like you stay at least 6 feet away from the side of that boat. You know what I mean? Like, so go anywhere near the edge of that boat.
Both the kids are going, obviously?
Yes. Can't leave them for that long, man. It's a week long. Like, we did it once.
How long? Did you say how long? A week?
A week, yeah.
A week?
Yeah. So it's like, when you leave them for that long, it's too much.
Have you been on a cruise like, you did Alaska, didn't you?
Yeah, but I didn't do an Alaskan cruise. I flew to Alaska and like stayed at a resort there.
Oh, okay. I thought you did. I thought that was Ryan. I know quite a few people that did the Alaskan cruise. They talk very highly of it. And I know you spoke highly of Alaska.
Alaska in general is a place you need to go.
Yeah.
If you have not been to Alaska, that is the place you need to go. It is like, there were just times there where I was driving and like kind of caught myself drifting. Like just like looking at the scenery, like the mountains literally looked like they were painted, and it's right there. You know what I mean? Like
you said you did jet skis and stuff.
Oh yeah. We did jet skis.
That was probably pretty dope.
Yes, it was tough because we're in like the inlets from the ocean, and like we're hitting some rough waves,
ducking icebergs and
stuff.
Yeah,
and hitting some rough waves to get there. We saw seals like on the ice, like it was like once in a lifetime sort of thing, man. I had to eat glacier water, like it was cool.
That's cool.
It was
yeah,
really cool.
The Alaskan cruise is on my list. I do want to do a real cruise. I've only been on like a 3, it might have been 4 days, which is a real cruise.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Bahamas, bro. Like
it's whatever.
Bahamas is.
It's all right.
It's
super overrated in my opinion.
Like when we got off the boat, I'm like. So I just wanted to go right
Feels
back.
Funky. Yeah.
You're getting bombarded, dude. I get it. They got to make their money.
For sure. I respect the hustle.
But
I just don't want any part of it.
They're pushy too, boy.
Yeah. They're very pushy.
A couple of them got a little slick with me. I'm like, I want to get back on their ship, so I'm going to just walk away.
Yeah.
But they're feisty little fellas.
Yes, they are. And I would like to do like one of those like European cruises where it's like 2 weeks long.
But like what I would like to do is fly to Europe, do a short cruise, like go to and then go, and that would be sick.
Yes, and there's tons that do that. They just go through all the Mediterranean, like Greece and Italy, and all those awesome places, man. Like
I
really
wish
love to
they'd
do
spaced it out more. Where like if you did something like that, you could stay a couple days in each
They
destination.
never do,
I know,
man.
but
They don't want. They want to keep that move. They got to turn that ship around.
yeah. Quick turnover
For sure.
But that would be like that's something that I could.
Yeah, for sure. I would totally be down.
But if I go to Europe, like, and that's what I was trying to tell her. She's like, oh, let's go to Europe for 7 days. Well, 2 days is travel.
Yes.
So 5 days, and I hate flying.
Yes.
I'm not I'm not trying to do that. I'd rather save it.
The place I really want to go is Japan.
Number one on my list.
Number one on my list too.
But that ain't happening anytime soon.
Not for you at least.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean Japan is like, it looks just top tier.
It's pristine, dude.
Man,
Pristine.
no crime. Okay, so we had one of my people in shipping at Blackstone. She's big into like the K-pop, which I know is Korean, but she's into the whole Asian culture thing. And she went to Japan and she left her purse on the bullet train.
I hear so many stories like that. Yeah.
Okay. And like, let me tell you something. You leave your purse on the subway in New York City, you're done.
37 seconds.
Done.
Yeah.
You could not even
Don't
leave.
bother going back.
You just sit there and look the other way and it might be gone. Okay. Yeah. She went back. They handed it back to her with every dollar still in there. Not $1 was missing. Like, that's just like they care. They clean up after themselves. Like
it's one of the cleanest, if not, I think they might be the cleanest city.
It's truly like fantastic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've done so much research on it. I want to go so bad. I want to eat the food. I want to experience the culture. They don't hate us, so it's nice to kind of go there and not have the eye on you.
It's high.
You're American.
It's very high on my list.
Same.
But now it's like a little depressing because I probably got
you got at least 10.
3 to 10. Why 10, bro? I'll let them.
5?
I'll bring a nanny. No, I guess 5.
I'd say 5.
I hate to say that, but yeah. I don't know. 3. Listen. That's one thing that like I think I'm less anxious about is because we have a village, like
no, that's for sure.
Both our moms are so hands-on and like very capable and willing, like I haven't broke it to Danielle yet. So if you see this, I'm about to hire your mom to live in the house. I'm serious.
Yeah.
And I think she'll do it. I think she'll do it and she'll love to do it. And I'll pay her.
It's a win.
She's right down the street, dude. She's like 6 minutes away from us.
Yeah.
So that in itself, I think, is what calms the nerves some.
Yeah.
That's because
that's
you already
a lot,
know. Like
that's
the
a
first
lot
6
going
months,
on,
dude.
That's a lot going on.
Oh yeah. The first 6 months, I'm gonna be a walking zombie. Luckily, like we talked about, like the sleep training, I'm already there.
You're there, baby.
I don't sleep.
You ain't sleeping.
I'm just gonna adjust a little bit more. Maybe wake up at 2 a.m. and I don't know. But yeah, we're blessed in that way of having a village. But like even that kind of stuff, like I find myself, and I might have brought this up before, but like even something like we did speak about this because it's coming back to me. But sleep training, like, is it the right or wrong thing to do? Like we did it with Luca, and we kind of were on the same page where I think there's like maybe a happy medium.
There is.
But yeah, I'm already questioning my parenting skills.
But you can't do that, man. I mean, you're not even there yet, right? And like you have clear evidence that you're doing just fine because you have a child already.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're walking into it for the first time. When people walk into parenthood for the first time, I totally understand the skepticism. I totally understand that, like, oh my God, am I going to be like one of those horrible dads, who's like not present and like, you know what I mean? Like, all those things go through your head.
That concern, obviously.
Yeah.
But it is legitimately like starting over, dude. 6 years.
Yeah, you are starting.
You already know, like some things I'm gonna be like,
I don't.
How do I burp them again?
I don't envy you. I really don't. I think it's nice. Me and Laura had talked about it at one point. Like, would we want a child together, right? But man, that would like really make a weird dynamic in our household specifically. It would be like, she has one child, I have one child, and then we have a child together. It'd be like, whoa, that's a lot of step-sistering going on. You know what I mean? Like, or half-sistering going on. What would it even be? It'd be step-sisters and half-sister.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
See what I'm saying? It'd be weird. There's too much going on.
Now you're getting in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much going on.
Right?
And
Char would be stepsister, and then the newborn would be half-sister.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So yeah, and I don't know. I thought of that too. Like, man, having another kid, like going through that whole process again, like I don't know if I can.
Again, you're in a different scenario.
Yeah,
you
physically,
inherited
mentally.
one.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So I've already got 2 children going on. The dynamic of that and like where they're at in their lives, etc. And like I'm also in my entrepreneurial era right now. I feel like I'm really like putting my hands in so many different pots and like investing and like trying to like set up my future and like I don't know if I have the bandwidth for a baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it also works inversely too, you know what I mean? Like now I have 2 more mouths to feed. I'm already thinking about school cuz God knows I got to start planning for that with the price that it's going to be, So I get it. I understand, but it definitely works inversely and this is something we always wanted. It just happens to be that we're getting twins.
Yeah.
It's just an added layer. Again, prayed a little too hard. And that's all right. That's deep down. I know it's going to work out, but I'm nervous. I am absolutely nervous. I'm not even going to.
Well, look. Here's the thing.
I'll figure it out though.
It's not like you're in Section 8 house and living on food stamps. You know what I mean? Like you guys do well, and you're living comfy. And all it's going to change is you got a couple little babies around. That's going to be tough for the beginning part of it. And then once they start to get a little older and they're like 4, 5, 6, and they start getting cool. That's when you're going to be able to settle back again. It's really just the next couple of years that you got to worry about like diapers and blah blah blah.
Just the next couple of years.
It's really not that bad if you think about it. It's really not.
I don't know. I think the first 6 months are the roughest.
Oh, of course.
For sure.
Of course.
And then obviously, you have your scenarios where the baby's not a great sleeper
or colic. Charlotte was colic.
Yeah. Okay. And I started thinking about that. I'm like, what if one's a great sleeper and the other has colic?
Yeah.
They're neighbors.
Yeah.
It's inevitable that one's going to wake the other one up.
Yeah.
Like that's where I get nervous.
Yeah, it's rough.
But then obviously you hear that they comfort each other and stuff. So
yeah, for sure. And they're going to be, buddies. Right,
that's the hope
from the start.
Yeah, that's the hope.
From the
I was reading. I didn't know that they start. You would put them in the same bed, the same crib for like the first month.
I just asked this.
Yeah,
really.
And I looked it up after that, and then it said a lot of people do that, and that's wild to me.
But not all, right? Like a lot of people do. The majority. Are you saying the majority do?
I can relook it up, but I'm pretty sure it said the majority of people put them in the same bed for the first month.
Huh.
Yeah, I look
again. It kind of makes sense because like
they're in the womb
they
together.
Got, like separation anxiety,
Yeah,
but that's one of the many questions that I have.
I mean, it's a solid question.
And the twin market, man. I'm about to start making some inventions in that market because it seems to be non-existent, dude. Again, even stroller selection.
What is the incident of having twins? Like what percentage of
I don't know. I have no idea. But
of pregnancies
I'm about to tap into that
end
market.
Up being twins.
I'm about to tap into that market and coming up with twin solutions. I'm serious.
Twin solutions.
A lot.
Okay, so it does say
it is a good name.
It does say the American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that each baby have their own separate sleep surface.
Okay,
but it does say that a lot of parents do for the first few weeks or months. Some twins share the same crib or bassinet.
But I wonder if that comes down to cost.
That
they
can't afford
that's a pretty valid question.
Because you look, man,
it's expensive.
The baby can actually hurt the other one. They don't know what they're doing, dude. They're like little maggots. So it's like, wow.
I feel like it might not be by choice; it's by circumstance.
Yeah. For sure, man. When we had my daughter, it was right when Toys R Us was going out of, or Babies R Us was going out of business. Dude, 85% off everything. I got a crib. I got a dresser. It was like $800. I got it for like $150.
Wow,
it was unbelievable. Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, there's just so much that comes with it, dude. So much that comes with it, but it'll work out.
It will.
So, again, I find myself questioning types of parenting and how I'm doing parenting, and it's just so different from when we were growing up, right?
Very
you get the kids that want to be, and I know you have the iPad for Shar and you have your rules and stuff like that, but I don't know. Part of me wishes that times weren't so different and they were more like how we grew up. I don't know about you, but when I was growing up, I was outside all the time, dude. Like as much as I could possibly be outside, I would be outside, and it just doesn't exist anymore.
No, it doesn't. And I think we've touched on this before. Like I don't think their childhood now is like bad, so to say. I think it's just different.
Yeah, agreed.
It's just different. Had we had the things that they have now, we would have probably been chilling inside.
Of course, and that's what I mean. Like, I just wish
I definitely caught myself like playing more video games as like video games got better, and like, I remember the Wii, when the Wii came out, I was like playing that a whole lot, and then World of Warcraft, I was playing that a whole lot. So I don't think it's necessarily like a bad thing at all. It's just different. And I think that it's going to be even more different for these two than it was for Luca. Because things are going to change.
Oh, the progression's crazy.
It's going to change quickly.
But I think about that kind of stuff. It's like, I don't know if I would say that it shaped us, but I'm sure in a lot of ways it did. Like the stuff that we did growing up, it did shape us. Like us being around other kids outside and stuff like that. And I don't know, like getting into trouble and, you know what I mean? Like it's like they don't even have the opportunity to do that kind of stuff because other kids aren't really doing it.
So like, I think that at least for Charlotte, she has a good balance of like she goes to school or camp or whatever. And then when she comes home, it's more downtime. It's more like coloring, iPad, watching some TV. So I feel like there is still some good balance there. It's not like it's iPad 24/7. You know what I mean? Like, which look, some people let their kids do that. And I don't let that happen. I don't let the iPad be 24/7. But even then, I mean, I still think with a lot of these games, like I watch her play a lot of these games, and they require a lot of thinking. There's a lot of like problem solving that she has to do to figure out like, how do I win at this game? How do I get this done? Being fast and with her brain in the game. So I think it's just different.
Yeah.
We're going to grow up with a different set of skills than we have, right?
Yeah.
I feel like people of our age group are really good with like sales, person to person, like that sort of stuff is like kind of ingrained in us from what we grew up doing. Whereas maybe our kids are going to be better at like, stuff with online, stuff with computers, stuff with, I don't know. Like whatever skills they're learning now, they're going to translate differently in life. Is all I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
For you, like obviously we became friends kind of later in life.
Way later.
Right? If you think about
way
it.
later.
So I assume that we did probably pretty different things. Like when you were growing up, like what did your friend group? When you were growing up, what did your friend group do? Like, and I know like, whatever. Just, hey.
Depends.
Yeah, but also too range it from when you were like
depends
10.
on what era you're talking about.
Yeah, but you can range it from 10.
Let's say middle school and past that, right?
Okay.
I mean, I feel like talking about
honestly,
elementary school is a little.
Well, some of the funnier stuff was maybe a little bit younger. Like, so Ryan Gantner and Sean Gantner lived like right across the street.
Yeah,
like,
I remember.
Like not across the street, but they're like on the other. They were like their house was behind my neighbor's house, so they were like one street over. And Ryan Gantner was such a little shit back then.
Back then?
Yeah, he was such a little shit back then. And like cars would drive by, and he had a fence, and he would take rocks and plop them over the fence and hit cars with them. And I did it with him a few times. And, it was just like, oh, man. Yeah, it was, we got into mischief. That's for sure. We got into mischief. And I don't know. I think once I hit more middle school, I was like hanging out with this other kid, Rick, and we were like big into playing guitar. We played guitar together a lot. He was big into Halo and stuff. But I wasn't big into it. I was more so into guitar, and like I was starting to like get into girls, and like I was just I don't know, rock music. Like my life was starting to take that kind of trajectory. Told my dad I wanted to be a rock star. Like that's
got
like
the tattoo.
Yeah, I got the tattoo, and like I was living that life. And then like it was still pretty innocent then, but then like once I kind of got in like the high school areas when things kind of got a little iffy.
Yeah.
I started dibbling and dabbling in things that I probably shouldn't have. And the majority of my friends were doing that. So like I wasn't hanging out with the A+ students and scholars. Like we were not playing sports. Like we were We were just like smoking pot and like getting high on drugs. And
what was the craziest thing that you did around that age, like middle school to high school, whether you got caught or didn't get caught doing it?
Interesting question.
I got one very specific, but I want to hear yours first.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's hard to say.
Were you involved in the movie theater thing?
No, I missed out by like one step.
That's a good one though.
Yes, that is a good one. I was very close.
I'm trying to think. I know I knew a bunch of people that were there.
Very close. So those who don't know, there was a movie theater in the Deerfield Mall that was closed down. Like they went out of business or whatever.
One of the many times.
Yes, it's been closed. It's been out of business like
it's
8
back.
times.
You know, it's back in business.
Yes,
it's actually really nice.
Is it really nice?
Yeah, dude. It's
like
IMAX.
Yeah,
it's
nice.
legit.
Oh wow, I'll have to go there because that's nostalgic for me.
Dude, it's nice.
I loved that place growing up. I saw Space Jam there when I was a kid. Like that's how old.
Oh wow,
I was. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Titanic there when I was.
Wow, holy shit. So one day, we would all ride our bikes around that area, and the door was like ajar. It was like popped open. I don't know who opened it, but either way, the door was ajar, and like you could go in there, and the candy was still like in the case, like. All the movies were in there still.
Wreaked havoc, bro.
And I remember being at the door and something inside me was like, don't do that. Don't do that. And all my friends were in there doing what they were doing. And I just got on my bike and went home. And then they all got arrested like a week later.
Dude, they destroyed that place. Like they slashed the screens.
Yeah.
They broke the candy cases. They completely destroyed that place. Yeah. And like,
how old were you guys?
I wasn't part of it, but I know quite a few people that were.
I was like 12.
Yeah.
That young.
Yeah, I was like 12. I specifically remember standing there at the door. I could smell the old popcorn. You know, you smell like the movie theater?
Yeah.
It just smelled old because it had been closed for a while. And my soul was just like, don't do that, bro. Just don't do that.
I'm trying to think, was this around like... I'm wondering if we were out of school for like a hurricane or something, or no.
It was just
some random.
This was just normal. Yeah, I remember my parents telling me a very close friend of ours was getting arrested, and then the cops came to my house and asked me like, "Were you in there?" Blah blah blah, and I was like, "Nah, man, like for real." Like,
did he get arrested for that?
Oh yeah.
Did you snitch?
Oh yeah. No.
No, they all got caught.
He was already getting taken away, and
they all got caught.
I lived like 2 houses away, and of course, my name comes up. So they come over and start asking me questions, and I was like, "Dude, I swear, I didn't even grace 1 foot into the place." You know what I mean?
That's again, I wasn't part of that, but I could think of something. One particular time that really stands out. We lived just before Sandalfoot, like in Boca. This is when we were staying with my grandfather at the time. And we were pretty young. I was definitely probably like 9, 10 tops, maybe a little younger.
Yeah.
And my brother was, of course, like almost 3 years older. And there was this one particular kid that we hung out with in that neighborhood, and he was trouble, dude. Like he was a problem. So him and my brother together, bigger problem.
Yeah.
And we were playing with fireworks. And there was this abandoned the punch buggy, and there was a spider web, like in the front seat. And them being dumb kids were trying to get the spider web. They lit a firework, threw it in a car. It caught fire, dude. Caught fire, like fully engulfed in flames. Luckily, it didn't explode, which I don't know what's up with the movies. Like, is that ever reality?
No,
like,
they don't explode.
Yeah, didn't explode. It was fully engulfed in flames. Obviously, eventually, fire truck comes, puts it out, and we think we're like safe. We're like, yeah, we got away with it, and we were scared. Obviously, very scared. It was a complete accident. We weren't trying to burn a damn car down.
Yeah.
But we a couple days later, I remember my mom was like just getting out of the shower or something like that. But I just hear she yells our names at the top of her lungs. And my heart was.
Oh, you already knew.
My heart was in my beehole.
Yeah, you already knew.
And I knew that I was about to get whooped. And she just holds up a newspaper, dude, like a local newspaper, and all of our names were in it.
No way.
Yeah, I have no idea I have no idea how. Like all of our names were listed, full names.
Wow.
She did not hug us that day. She
was not good.
It was not gentle parenting. nor did we deserve gentle parenting. But that's probably one of the dumbest things that we did and actually got caught for. I have plenty of other stories for dumb things.
I have one that this was not a good situation.
All regrets, dude.
I have one that's not a good situation. So there was a girl that I've grown up with, and we'll leave her name out of it, but I grew up with her, and I've known her since like literally elementary school. And I was never like a drug dealer, okay? But like if I had extra,
you dabbled.
I would just get rid of it, okay? And I had extra of a specific thing, and this girl wanted it, and we were texting back and forth, and she was like, okay, meet me at the front of so-and-so's neighborhood, which happens to be your neighborhood.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm out there. I'm like, all right, I'm going to make a little extra money. So I'm standing there. And I see this very angry man approaching me. Now, granted, I'm like 16 years old at this time. Okay, I had really long hair, and like I look like a piece of shit. I was like just in all black. I had piercings in my face and shit. Like I do not look like good news. A very angry man approaching me. And I'm like, now where I'm standing is I'm standing right on Hillsborough Boulevard. So I think he's maybe just walking out of the neighborhood. Something happened.
He's having a bad day.
He's pissed. You know, I really didn't understand that he was coming directly for me, right? And as he gets closer, he goes, hey, Billy. And I was like, oh, shit. And as soon as I was like, yeah, the moment I said yeah, I felt the back of my head get pulled. And he pulled me by my hair to the ground, and he started kicking me.
What?
Yes, this is a grown-ass man, okay? He started kicking me, and I rolled, and I got up, and I could hear the girl screaming no, like for him to stop.
Yeah.
You know? So me and all my friends just book it, okay? I got the Chuck Taylors on, and I'm booking it, and I can hear him chasing us. And then eventually he gives up, okay? And the particular substance was still in my pocket, so I kind of got away with it. But yeah, like an older man absolutely put his hands on me.
Wow.
when I was a kid. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I feel like that's not something that would happen nowadays.
Yeah.
Well, now that you have a daughter, though,
I can understand where he's coming
completely.
from.
Would you do it? Because I'm looking at it.
Him.
I would do
honestly,
that.
I think he passed away from what I've seen on social media of this particular person. And, you know, RIP to that guy. You know what I mean? Like I would have whooped my ass too. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's crazy.
But I think we all have gone through it, man. We all have had people in our lives too that we probably shouldn't have been hanging out with. We all have had that one guy in your friend group that's just trouble.
The amount of things.
I have several.
Yeah, well, we all did. I had a few too.
Yeah.
And some of them made it out to be really good people.
Yeah, so one of them just had a kid, a person who I would have never suspected to have a child. He was the trouble child. If I said his name, you'd know him. And like, I just had a kid the other day, and I was like, wow, man, like good for him. I met up with him like a year ago. We got like dinner together, and like he's sober, I'm sober, and it's like, oh wow, man, you know, it's cool to see like
the full circle moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of scenarios that are not like end of the world types things, but like stuff like that, like throwing eggs at cars. Like I would never in a million years do that once past a certain age. But like we were young and dumb, dude. Yeah. Like one of the. It is funny. It's funny now, but like I can't imagine the rage that was going through this guy's body, dude. Like so, we were on. This was like the. I always forget the street that leads you into my old neighborhood, my dad's old neighborhood off Hillsborough. I don't know, but just over the bridge, that road. Mm-hmm, we were on that road. You know that little preschool that's on that street?
Yes. La Petite.
La Petite.
Yeah.
La Petite. Wow. Flashback. Yeah. So it was on that street. It was at night. It was, I don't know if I could drop names. It doesn't matter now, right? Me, Colin, probably Kevin Peach, like our normal crew, probably like 6 of us. And we had eggs, and we were hiding in the bushes on that road just before the bend to get to that preschool. And we like this. It was a red Ram. I'll never forget. It was a red Ram pickup truck. We pop it with eggs, and he thinks he's gonna get us. And we're watching everything from the bushes, and we're cracking up, dude, dying laughing in the bushes. He parks at La Petite, and he ends up going the wrong direction to try to find us because we're watching the whole thing.
Yeah.
So we sneak up to his truck. We grab as many of the tricycles that used to sit at the La Petite school, the playground, like outside, and we load them in the back of his truck. We take eggs. I feel so bad saying this now, but it's past is a pass. I apologize, sir, if you see this. And we put eggs in the door handles, all the door handles, and then we go back to the bushes and rinse and repeat. We wash them again. Dude, this guy is like having a full mental breakdown outside his truck. I feel so bad. I don't know what I would have did, bro. Like,
I would freak out.
I would have lost my mind. I think I probably would have parked somewhere far away, walked back, and just waited.
Yeah.
I
don't know. Come out sometime.
God, I cannot imagine, bro. Because again, we don't understand at that age and appreciate the fact that you could ruin someone's car, dude. Like
those eggs will eat at the paint.
The paint, it's messed up.
Yeah, it is messed up.
But at that time, it was very funny.
Yeah.
I can think of a lot of those scenarios, but this is the type of stuff that I'm saying. It's like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I was trying to say that it kind of shaped us in a way, but I don't know if it did anything positive. I don't know.
You learn lessons from it.
I don't know if I could argue that it did anything positive.
You learn lessons from things like that. I mean, you didn't get caught for that.
Look,
but
I learned that when a very angry man is approaching you, you just start walking.
You just assume he's for you. Assume he's for you.
Just keep going the other way. Because that was not a fun situation.
I don't know. It does make me... It is nice to go down memory lane, but some of the stuff I'm like, damn, man, that's messed up.
I know.
You know, like especially in scenarios like, I know that Ryan and them used to throw like batteries out the bus window.
Dude,
that could cause major accidents.
Full project one time, like a full school project,
science
went out the window. Like my bus was lit, dude. Like it was really like lit to watch. And I never really participated. I was quieter at that age. I was in middle school. I was pretty quiet, and I just sit back and watch like 3 or 4 people in particular that were just savages, man. Like they just did not care. Like,
well, oh God, I got a good one, but it's really it's not good at the same time.
And the cops would pull us over constantly.
We were at a house that we always hung out at in the neighborhood, and we were out back jumping on the trampoline. And you probably have heard this story, but you know Coleman?
Oh yeah.
I feel so bad about this one.
Yeah,
oh God, but it was so unintentional. So my brother's on the trampoline, and they did start it. They were throwing like rocks, dude, like rocks and heavy stuff over the fence, trying to hit us. Mm-hmm. And I went to throw one back, and my brother's jumping on the trampoline, bro. I smack him in the back of the head.
Oh no!
He starts gushing blood. Like when he was coming at me, like I'm like, he's gonna kill me. I'm gonna die. And for whatever reason, because I started crying like a little pea, and he felt bad for me. And he's like, "Don't worry about it. He got my back because my mom was freaking out, obviously.
Yeah.
And dude, we were young, so he's like, he takes his shirt off. He's like, I'm stone cold or something like that. But what makes it messed up is my brother blamed it on them because he didn't want me to get in trouble. And dude, like minutes later, like maybe 20, 30 minutes later, the mom dragged Coleman over to that house and made him apologize. And I'm safe to say he probably got whooped.
Yeah.
I feel so bad. Part of me doesn't feel bad because he was the one that was throwing rocks.
Yeah.
But I do feel bad.
Yeah.
Like that should have been me that got whooped. And it took years for us to end up telling my mom that. She's like, what?
That's so funny.
There's so many stories, dude. But again, like I feel like the younger generation isn't going to have those kind of stories.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it is.
But it's probably for the best.
It is definitely for the best. It is.
Again, as I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, maybe there's nothing beneficial.
Yeah, I'd rather her be like, man, I lost a couple games of Roblox. It's so sad.
As long as there's no grown adults showing up doors.
For sure.
that's a whole nother conversation, obviously. But that's what freaks me out about that kind of stuff. You got so many videos of like just grown adults just showing up at a child's house.
Well,
and acting like it's normal.
I blame the parent, man, because
100%.
you have full control over your kid's Roblox account. I have full control over Charlotte's Roblox account. She has to ask me to do anything.
But how the hell did they get the address? The kids just tell them the address?
Yes, man. Especially with the chat, if they're talking to each other through the chat, or if they're typing to each other in there. Your kids are dumb, dude. They don't know.
Of course.
They're dumb.
It's innocent.
And they fall trickery to any sort of manipulation. And if you as a parent don't have those controls on there, what are you doing?
I agree.
Are you going to let your kid have access to the world?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, Charlotte can't even add a contact to her like list without me approving it, like digitally. Like Caleb. She wanted to play with Caleb the other day.
Yeah.
And Tasha messaged me and she was like, so I added him through my phone and it shows up on her iPad. You know what I mean? Like it's that strict. Okay. So like anytime that stuff comes up, I blame the parent, bro. You don't care enough to take 10 minutes to figure out.
I agree. It's either that or you genuinely don't understand that there is that risk. Like I'm sure there is some innocent parents, but I also
maybe when the game first started,
I feel like you hear all these stories.
You can claim ignorance then, but like not at this point.
I agree.
Man. No way. Once it happens once, you can't claim ignorance after that.
I agree. So obviously, as we start talking about it, I guess it's probably for the best that they don't have to go through the same trouble that we did growing up. You know, like again, I find myself getting in my head about that. Like, how's their childhood going to be and them growing up without having those types of activities? But as we're talking about it, lighting cars on fire,
definitely for the best,
and people getting caught breaking into movies. Yeah, it's probably for the best. So,
all right. So listen, at the end of each episode, I'm going to ask you guys one hypothetical question.
Okay.
All right.
I like it.
One of you go first, and then followed by the next.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
All right. Listen, you have to fight one animal once a year to stay alive. What's the biggest animal you're confident you could beat?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I'm going to put some thought into this one.
Yeah. So it's a mandatory once a year fight.
Yeah, or else you're dead.
So here's
if you lose, you're done.
So you have to think of strategy. You're going to get weaker as you get older. Things are going to hurt more as you get older.
Hold on. It's the same animal every year.
Because the animal I can fight now at 37 versus like 67
and
may be a lot different.
You're talking fight, no weapons, no...
Like I have to kill it with my bare hands.
Yes. Hypothetical, yes.
That's tough, man. Because again, like I want to give an answer.
House cat.
But it has to be...
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love cats.
It has to be the biggest.
I love cats.
It doesn't have to be the biggest. It has to be the biggest you could confidently
I get it.
So instead of a house cat, you think maybe a cheetah.
I got it. I got one.
No, you got to go first then. Okay.
No, I feel like you're gonna cheat. You're gonna think of something better. All right, I feel wrong saying this, but mine would be a panda.
That's
so easy.
Panda.
That's
dumb,
so easy. Yeah.
Dumb little teddy bears. I feel horrible.
How are you going to kill a panda?
But I would
like
choke
that
panda out so quick, bro.
Yeah. For life and death?
Yeah, I'm choking that thing out.
Yeah,
they're so dumb, dude. They're always falling out of trees.
That's true.
I don't know. Again, because I'm trying to think of something that's pretty big that I could still handle as I'm getting older. But eventually, panda's going to probably take me out. You answered
probably one of the perfect answers. Good, right? Because it's respectable size.
Exactly.
But horrible skill. So you definitely get it done. But I don't know. I think pandas are, they got some claws.
I know.
I
think in my younger years, I'd be okay. But then obviously, eventually, I'm going to get taken out. Like if I wanted to play it completely safe, obviously, I'd say like a penguin.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because that's what I'm thinking longevity.
Yeah, but that's in my opinion, that's cheating. You got to give something of decent size. No pressure. Panda's pretty good. I'm happy with my choice.
I would probably go for like a coyote.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's a good size.
Mean little bastards.
Fierce. But there's brownie points. Like I beat that motherfucker with my hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's not much bragging.
There's
about
no
a panda.
bragging with a panda, bro. You're like,
true.
good for you, Jared. panda killer.
Yeah, but it also didn't say that people are going to know that you're murdering
They
pandas.
have to know. Of course they're going to know. I'm going to tell people every year.
Didn't say that.
This is my annual like wolf killing that I have to do.
Coyotes are...
Coyotes are kind of small, but they're not as big as wolves.
No, they're nowhere near the size.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're just
most of them are tiny.
They're angry
like
little
runts.
things. You know, as long as you just get on top of it, you're good.
You're definitely taking damage.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
I feel like Jared's getting
but-
a scratch.
But the damage is part of like the deal. It's part of the bragging rights with it.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Well, we didn't say that we were
I'm
trying to
actually
brag
praying
about
with my
this.
wife every year.
I
Whereas
initially
he just take the safe route until he's 80.
I didn't catch the wording, and I wanted to say giraffe.
Oh my
Dude, a
god! How are you
giraffe
going
would
to do that?
take you
I
out.
wanted to say
How are you gonna
giraffe
do that?
again, and then I heard the wording, and it's like every year going
Actually,
forward.
you know what?
Have you seen them swing their
Delete.
necks?
Changing your answer.
Delete.
Nope.
Because I'm the most. What do you think the most dangerous animal on the planet is?
Most dangerous animal?
Most dangerous animal on the planet.
I already know that.
Mm-hmm.
Polar bear.
No.
Yeah.
They are very dangerous.
The polar bears.
Statistically, the most dangerous animal on the
I
planet.
feel like this is gonna be like kind of like a trick question.
Yeah.
What is it?
Mosquito.
I see. I knew he was gonna say
The
something.
mosquito kills more people than every animal.
Yeah.
So
well,
the mosquito. So I will take the mosquito once a year and say that I have killed the most deadly animal
No, see, that's cheating.
on the planet.
That's cheating.
No,
yeah,
that's-
but
that's using your brain.
but mosquitoes are
That's using
sneaky.
your brain.
Said the biggest.
I said the biggest.
The hypothetical made me think. I think I said this to you guys, but I do want to ask it. I forget how it was worded, but it was something along the lines of, if you were in like let's say a room twice this size, no weapons, no anything, just your raw combat abilities. How many kindergartners do you think that you could take on?
I've heard this before.
Dude, it had me dying laughing.
That would be difficult. That would be quite difficult. Think about 20 of them.
It's really, so let's say that it's not real. It's virtual reality.
Obviously,
so you're not
yes.
hurting kids.
You're not hurting
right?
children,
Even in
no.
this scenario, you're not hurting kids. But you do have to act like you are. How many kindergartners until you get taken out?
I think I could take 10 easy. But here's the
So
problem.
funny just
Here's the
thinking
problem
about
when you
this.
get past 10, okay? The little bastards start ganging up on you, okay? And then you got like 5 kids pulling you down on one side. They weigh 60 pounds each. That's a decent force.
You got to
know what I mean?
find the leader and just rock them.
And this is assuming they have no fear. Okay, if they have like no fear, they're like tribal kindergartners that their only mission is death and to kill you. Then yeah, I
It's
think
such a
once
funny
you, I
thing
think
that-
once you get to 10, man, that's a decent struggle.
Basically thinking about beating up Lucas
Because
and
if it's just
Charlotte's.
normal, like American kindergartners, yeah, you just put the fear of God in them one time and that's it. It's over.
You thinking like tribal? Like,
Yeah, like these are death kindergartners. This is what they do.
So no weapons on either
No,
side.
I think I
But
could take 10.
you know how they're gonna fight. You know, kicking, scratching,
Biting,
biting, pulling
you know?
hair.
That's what I'm saying. And they're going to gang up and pull
Yeah,
you down.
the whole objective is to dogpile you.
Correct. You could do like the spinning thing. Like your arms out like this.
It's such a funny thing
Like
to think
windmill
about,
them.
dude. Because even though like it's not real, I'm just like
It's just funny.
picturing myself
I know, it's like Charlotte's
dropping
Angels.
Charlotte and Luca. Oh man.
Oh my Lord. All right. We're getting sleepy. We're getting getting delusional here at this point.
Pardon the
Thanks for
delusion.
tuning in. What animal would you fight? If it was one animal the rest of your life, which one would you fight? Put it in the comment section.
Has to be pretty big.
Yes. Peace out. Bye. Catch y'all later.
Later, guys.